The Velthrai Council Hall fell silent as High Justiciar Korvax ascended the dais, chain of office, glinting.
The Galactic Endurance Trial will now accept a human. Let us see if their soft world can produce anything but weakness.
Accept with our compliments, and make sure you capture their expressions when they read our reply.
In Phoenix, Arizona, a hospital pager buzzed. Maria Torres glanced at the number and sighed.
Again, I just finished a shift. Fine, I'll do it, but I need to be back by Saturday. Sophia has her piano recital.
Maria Torres, 41, mother, ultramarathoner. The Velthrai have never seen a human weekend.
Earth's selection process had been comically simple. A database search for a 100-mile finisher, with no plans next Saturday.
Guess I'll pack the Cliff Bars and the good water flask.
The Velthrai chamber filled with low, clicking laughter. A soft human against the trial. The record would stand forever. But Maria had once run 100 miles through the desert, alone, and made it home for dinner. The Velthrai had no frame of reference for that. At 5 a.m., the Torres kitchen smelled of coffee and maple syrup. Maria scribbled a reminder for soccer pickup on the fridge whiteboard while her gear bag lay open on the table.
David, don't forget your cleats. Practice is at 4, and I won't be here to remind you.
Mom, I know. You are going to run some alien thing. Are there even aliens?
I made Mom a playlist. It's got that piano piece I am learning.
That's sweet, Mija. I'll listen when I hit the desert. Pass me the Cliff Bars.
Into the bag went 6 peanut butter crunch bars, a water flask, and a small first aid kit. No alien tech, no backup. An hour later, Dr. Ava Chen's hologram flickered to life in the living room.
The course is 100 miles self-supported. Terrain varies. There are no aid stations. Any questions?
Just one. Are there any porta potties? Hydration's important, but so is peeing.
I'll forward the inquiry. Try not to break them, Maria.
The Velthrai transport lifted off from the desert landing pad, twin moons low on the horizon. Maria slept before the seatbelt sign went off. 12 hours later, the docking clamps released. Maria yawned and stepped into the towering spaceport, scanning the signs.
Do you guys have a restroom? I drank a lot of coffee on the shuttle.
A nervous Velthrai aide gestured toward a corridor, then scurried off to inform the welcoming committee.
Human, you are late. The High Justiciar does not wait.
Sorry, bathroom break. I am ready now. Which way to the starting line?
The trial begins at dawn. I suggest you use the time to meditate on your impending failure.
Right. Is there a place I can charge my phone? And maybe grab a cup of decent coffee?
Korvax's orange face rippled with confusion. Behind him, the lesser officials shifted their weight, exchanging glances. The Velthrai delegation had prepared speeches about courage. They had no protocol for a human with a phone charger. An hour before dawn, they led Maria into a vaulted chamber. A massive 3D course projection rotated above a pedestal, casting blue light on the walls.
The Galactic Endurance Trial, 100 miles. No supplies, no assistance. The current record, 3.7 days, has stood for 4 centuries.
Maria leaned forward, eyes tracing the terrain. Forested ridges, a baking desert, rock-strewn mountains. She nodded slowly.
No aid stations at all? Just whatever I carry?
Correct. Self-sustainment is the core. Most perish from dehydration or collapse before the first day ends.
Huh. Sounds like a long run. I usually do 100 in 18 hours, but the terrain might add a little.
The Velthrai aides broke into uneasy clacking laughter. Korvax's chronometer chain jingled as his hand tightened around it.
We have every confidence in you, Maria.
Thanks, Doc. I'll try not to be late. Sophia's recital is Saturday afternoon. So, start at dawn. I'll be there.
Korvax's bulbous eyes narrowed. He had never encountered a challenger who scheduled a piano recital as a tactical consideration. The starting line gleamed under alien dawn light. Maria knelt on the track, retying her trail shoes with unhurried fingers. Nearby, the Velthry champion stretched, orange muscles flexing. He sneered and spat something about human weakness.
Let him talk. David needs his cleats, and I have a grocery list taped to the fridge.
Holographic numerals counted down from 10. At 0, a deep chime echoed across the desert. The Velthry champion exploded forward, a blur of orange. Maria pushed off gently, her cadence measured and familiar. Within a mile, Maria settled into a rhythm that looked lazy next to the champion's sprint. He vanished ahead.
6 o'clock. David's alarm just went off back home. He'll be hunting for his shin guards right about now.
As expected, the human is already far behind. This trial will be over before nightfall.
But Maria's first mile split was faster than any Velthry's comfortable pace. She was barely warming up. She smiled and pressed on. There were Cliff Bars to eat and a phone call to make before the morning was out. Less than 5 miles in, the champion's sprint turned desperate. His orange hide shone with sweat, and each breath rasped like broken stone. Zarn's foot caught a root. He staggered, arms flailing, and nearly went down. The sprint was costing him everything. Then Maria caught him on a gentle uphill. Her breathing was still easy. She glided past without a word. Zarn's eyes bulged in disbelief.
And they call this a sprint. David runs harder at summer practice.
Her current pace is 6% faster than the optimal Velthry sustained output. That is not possible.
The forest path opened onto a long, sun-drenched straightaway. Maria's teal shirt was a steady dot moving through the shadows, her cadence unwavering.
That split cannot be correct. The human should have slowed by now. I must recalibrate the chronometer.
Recalibrate. It must be a sensor lag. The human cannot possibly maintain such a pace.
I have recalibrated 3 times. The data holds.
Korvax's claws tightened on his chronometer chain. Somewhere in the forest, Maria was humming along to her daughter's piano piece. At the tree line, Maria stopped and squinted at her watch. Oh, 930. Exactly 26.2 miles in 3.5 hours. She nodded, unsurprised.
A marathon down. Time for a snack and a check-in.
She unscrewed her water flask, sipping methodically as she scanned the canyon below. A peanut butter crunch bar appeared from her belt. She chewed, then pulled out her phone.
David, it's Mom. Don't forget practice at 4. Your shin guards are in the garage dryer.
I know, Mom. Are you seriously calling from an alien planet? That's so weird.
Yes, and I need to be back for Sophia's recital. Be good for Aunt Rita. Love you.
Love you too. Don't get eaten.
The Velthry monitoring station fell deathly silent. They had just intercepted a human mother, instructing her child on shin guard retrieval mid-race. Maria tucked the phone away, took one last swig, and was running again before the Cliff Bar wrapper had stopped crinkling. The trail descended into the open desert. Heat shimmer rose from the red sand, and the twin suns hammered down without mercy.
Like Phoenix in July, just with 2 suns, at least it's a dry heat.
She sipped from her flask without breaking stride, then hummed a few bars of Sophia's recital piece. Her pace did not change.
Projection now reads 14 hours, 11 minutes. That is faster than any living Velthry could imagine.
Impossible. Check the sensors again. I want a full diagnostic immediately.
I have run full diagnostics 6 times. The sensors are flawless. The human is simply not stopping.
The control room dissolved into frantic muttering. Velthry technicians tapped at consoles, but the numbers held steady. In the desert, Maria's shadow was the only moving thing for miles, a steady black shape gliding over rippled sand. The heat that should have broken a champion evaporated off her skin like a minor inconvenience. She did not even bother to slow. Somewhere in the control room, the chronometer chain slipped through Korvax's fingers and clinked against the floor. No one moved to pick it up. The desert gave way to sharp, jagged peaks. Maria switched to a power hike, her trekking poles clicking against stone.
This grade's not much steeper than the trails at South Mountain. I'll feel it tomorrow, but nothing's screaming yet. Proof for the kids. And maybe for my running group. They'll never believe I ran here.
At the summit, she sat on a flat boulder and unwrapped her second cliff bar. The view stretched to the sea of sand behind her.
2 bars left. I should hit the river section by dusk.
The human has stopped taking a visual record. She is consuming a nutrient substance.
A self-right. She calls it a self-right. She is treating the holiest trial as a leisure activity.
Maria finished the bar, crumbled the wrapper into her pack, and stood. The twin suns were starting their descent.
40 miles to go. I might just beat rush hour back home.
In the control room, Korvax's jaw unhinged. No challenger had ever reached the summit in under a day. Maria had done it by mid-afternoon. Maria descended the mountain switchbacks into a deep river canyon. The roar of whitewater filled the narrow, shadowed gorge. She waded in without hesitation, the glacial melt soaking her trail shoes. The current tugged at her legs, but her pace didn't falter.
Ice melt won't cramp my calves. Just keep moving. The far bank's only 50 feet away.
On the far bank, she paused to wring out her waterlogged socks, then pulled out her phone.
Sophia, Misha, it's Mom. I am between mountains right now. Play me what you've been practicing.
Okay, Mom. Listen to this part. I almost have it perfect.
The sound of a child's scales and a hesitant Chopin nocturne drifted through the interplanetary line. Maria leaned against a rock, closed her eyes, and let the simple beauty anchor her.
She is receiving musical instruction. The human's behavior is beyond any established endurance protocol.
She carried a phone into the sacred trial just to oversee her offspring's musical education.
Maria hung up with a promise to be home soon. She shouldered her pack, her dry socks clinging to warm stone, as the last light of the twin suns painted the canyon walls orange. Ahead, the glowing 50-mile beacon pulsed through the twilight, its bioluminescent symbols casting a cold blue halo over the trail. Maria glanced at her watch as she passed it. 6 hours, 58 minutes. She didn't break stride, just nodded, as if confirming a grocery list. In the control room, Zorath's console erupted with the split. The numbers flashed, threatening to overload the display's ancient pictograms.
The 50-mile split is confirmed. This would require the record pace until now, and she is not slowing.
Recalibrate again. The 50-mile marker must be malfunctioning.
I have recalibrated. The marker is functioning. The human is at the halfway point. At this pace, she will finish in less than 15 hours. More precisely, 14 hours, 11 minutes.
Korvax's chronometer chain clattered as he slammed a clawed fist against the console. The room fell deathly silent.
Just as we calculated, she really might do it before the vending machine restocks.
On Earth, the command center staff exchanged smiles. The Velthri's sacred trial was now just a countdown to an intergalactic humiliation. Maria's shadow stretched across the trail as the last daylight died. Her cadence hadn't changed. It was the heartbeat of a long day's end. In the Velthri High Chamber, the emergency session crackled with tension. The elders had been summoned for the first time in 3 centuries.
I move that we suspend the trial. Atmospheric readings show a possible ion storm. The human safety cannot be guaranteed.
Another elder rose, trembling with fury. The trial was sacred. Interference would be an eternal stain on their kind.
Earth observes. If the trial is suspended without confirmed hazard, it will be considered a forfeit by the Velthri Confederation. We advise integrity.
Miles away, Maria was unaware of the political storm. She only felt the gravel underfoot and the growing ache in her quads, the familiar, almost welcome pain. The chamber voted. The motion to suspend failed by a whisper. The trial would continue, but the dishonor already clung to the sacred walls.
Then we record that the human's performance is under permanent review. Any sensor discrepancy will void the result.
60 miles. Sophia's saying goodnight to the piano right now. Just a few more hours.
The Velthray now had two hopes: that Maria would crumble, or that their own technology would betray them. Neither was a prayer they'd ever expected to utter. The forest canopy blocked the stars. Maria's headlamp carved a narrow tunnel of light through the darkness, her steady breaths the only sound for miles.
80 miles down. Legs still have something left. Might as well see what a fast finish feels like on an alien world.
In the control room, Zorath's holographic projection solidified. 14 hours, 11 minutes. The room didn't just go quiet. It stopped breathing.
The projection holds. She is accelerating in the final third. This is beyond any biological model we possess.
On Earth, chyrons scrolled across breaking news. Human mom on pace to annihilate ancient alien record. Living rooms lit up with disbelief.
David said, "Don't get eaten." Sorry, mijo. I am the one doing the eating today.
She picked up her cadence, her trail shoes finding the rhythm of a tempo run. Through the trees, the ancient Finnish arch began to glow, cold and blue on the horizon.
She can see the Finnish arch. Prepare the medical team, but for what symptoms, I cannot even guess.
Almost home. Sophia's recital piece will sound better after a world record.
The Finnish stood waiting, and every sensor in the Velthray network screamed that the impossible was seconds away from becoming history. Maria broke the beam of the Finnish arch, her teal shirt catching the cold blue light. The clock froze, 14 hours, 11 minutes, and 37 seconds. She slowed to a walk, barely winded. The ancient timing board blazed 14 hours, 11 minutes, and 37 seconds in numerals that had not shifted below 88 hours in 4 millennia. A stunned stillness swallowed the crowd.
Sensor malfunction. The chronometer must have suffered a catastrophic failure. No biological entity can.
Maria spotted the frozen timing officer, walked over, and tapped him on the shoulder. Her breathing was even.
Excuse me, do you guys have any vending machines? I could really go for some chips after that.
Behind them, Korvax's chronometer chain slipped from numb claws and clattered onto the stone. He did not stoop to retrieve it.
A vending, the human asks for sustenance dispensing. After 100 miles, she is asking for snacks.
Alien medics rushed forward, expecting collapse. Maria waved them off, already stretching her calves against a pillar.
Seal the time record. Initiate full sensor diagnostics. No announcement until verification is absolute.
The crowd remained silent, but across the galaxy, the data streamed out. Maria Torres had done the impossible, and all she wanted was a bag of chips. Velthray medics surrounded her and guided her into a sterile scanning chamber. She did not resist, but she did ask again about snacks. The scanners hummed, projecting her vitals in cascading alien script. The medic called for a second scan, then a third.
Her cardiac output is resting level. Her lactate concentration is lower than a competitor at the start line. This human is under stress.
I told you I do this for fun. Any more tests, or can I have my chips? You want one? They're a bit melted, but still good.
The medic recoiled. Maria shrugged and took a bite herself, chewing contentedly while the Velthray stared.
By order of the High Justiciar, all data is sealed. A 3-day verification period begins. You will not leave these premises.
They placed her in a comfortable observation suite, with a window overlooking the alien capital. She was a prisoner of protocol, but the bed was soft.
3 days. I'm going to miss Sophia's recital prep, and I never did get those chips.
She pulled up a photo of her kids and sighed. The most legendary athletic feat in galactic history, and all she wanted was home.
Hi, mijo. Yes, the alien hotel is fancy. I'll be home soon. Don't let Sophia eat all the cereal.
Mom, you are all over the news here. Even my soccer coach won't stop talking about it. Are you famous now?
While Maria swapped jokes with her children, the Velthray Council convened in its holiest chamber, the air thick with acrimony.
The chronometer malfunctioned. The human is biologically unremarkable. This must be a sensor error. We cannot accept these digits.
An elder, older and calmer, countered. If they voided the result without proof, every species would mock the Velthri until their sons died. Earth has reviewed the sensor data independently. The times are authenticated. If disputed, all biometric data will be released for intergalactic peer review.
They would do it. The humans would expose our methods to the galaxy. We have no choice but to accept the truth.
I hope they finish soon. I still have to stop at the store before Sophia's recital. The milk's probably gone bad by now.
The sensor diagnostics are conclusive. There was no malfunction. The human completed the course in 14 hours, 11 minutes, 37 seconds.
The chamber fell silent. The truth was absolute now, undeniable. The Velthri had run out of objections, and all that remained was to speak the verdict aloud. On the third day, the council's decree crackled through the ancient chamber. The 4000-year-old record was officially shattered. The Velthri Confederation hereby ratifies the time of 14 hours, 11 minutes, 37 seconds, set by the human Maria Torres as the new official record of the Galactic Endurance Trial. Korvax held the starched parchment out, his claws steady, but his eyes burning with defeated pride.
Human, by the authority of the Confederation, I present this ratification. Your time stands.
Thank you. I appreciate the formality. Now, about that shuttle to the spaceport.
Korvax lifted a claw, stopping her before she could turn away. His chronometer chain swayed as he gathered himself. A holographic medallion flickered into existence above his palm, crackling with ancient Velthri energy.
The Galactic Endurance Championship. It is the greatest arena in the galaxy. We invite you to represent your species.
Saturday. Sophia's recital, David's cleats. Does he really think I'd miss that?
The highest honor in the galaxy floated there, waiting for a mother to check her calendar.
That sounds nice, but I need to pick up groceries. And Sophia has her piano recital Saturday. Maybe next time.
Korvax's jaw unhinged in slow motion. The ancient medallion flickered and died in his trembling claw.
Groceries, a piano recital, the championship is the highest honor in the galaxy.
In the Earth delegation's control room, Ava Chen lost her composure entirely and snorted into her sleeve. Within seconds, the line hit the galactic news feeds. Human mother skips championship for grocery run.
Kids come first. Maybe when they're older.
Korvax's chronometer chain slipped and clinked against the floor a second time. He did not bend to retrieve it. Every screen in the Velthri capital blazed with the same impossible image, a middle-aged woman who had rewritten history because she needed to be home by dinner.
I hope the store still has the fresh cilantro. Sophia's teacher asked for refreshments after the recital.
And somewhere, in Phoenix, a whiteboard on a fridge still read, Soccer 4 p.m., Piano 2 p.m. Saturday, don't forget milk. The Velthri press conference was convened within hours. Korvax stood alone on the dais, his ceremonial robe hanging limp in the silence.
The Galactic Endurance Trial is hereby retired, effective immediately. Unforeseen variances in species capability have rendered it obsolete.
He didn't speak her name. He didn't need to. The galaxy had already painted Maria's silhouette across every news feed within hours. The meme spread across 100 worlds, a running mother, a cliff bar, and the words, on her lunch break, in bold yellow. Maria pushed her shopping cart through the supermarket, still wearing her trail shoes. The alien dust had left faint red smudges on the linoleum.
Why do they always move the cilantro? It was right here last week. Excuse me. Are these avocados ripe? I need them for guacamole tomorrow.
The supermarket's security feed of a mom asking about fruit became the most watched video in the galaxy within a day. In a silent council chamber, a proposal was drafted, a statue, mid-stride, holding a cliff bar to commemorate the trial's final champion. Maria, meanwhile, was already home, sorting groceries, humming Sophia's recital piece and checking that David's cleats were by the door. Months later, a holographic statue design flickered to life in Maria's living room. A bronze runner mid-stride, one hand holding a Cliff Bar.
Look, Mom, it's you with a Cliff Bar. That's so cool.
Mom, that's so embarrassing. Why can't they just build a normal trophy?
It's fine, mijo. At least they're not putting up a statue of you forgetting your shin guards.
Maria studied the design, then tapped a message on her phone. Looks good. Just make sure the braid is right.
A statue of me holding a Cliff Bar. The kids at the recital will never believe it.
Across the stars, construction drones wove bronze and stone into a towering figure, mid-stride, snack in hand, a monument to an impossible morning.
Can we go see it when it's done? Please, Mom?
We'll visit maybe next summer. After soccer season and after your recital, if you practice.
The galaxy's greatest monument now honored a mother who had outrun a civilization's pride, one steady stride at a time. A year later, the shuttle set down at the Statue Plaza. Maria stepped out with David and Sophia into the warm alien sun.
It's huge. The Cliff Bar is even bigger than my head.
At least you are not wearing that teal shirt today. That would be even more embarrassing.
Tourists of a dozen species clustered around the base, holding up tablets for selfies with the bronze runner. Then Sophia carried a small keyboard to the statue's foot and sat down. A few notes of Chopin floated up.
This one's for you, Mom. Just like you heard on the trail.
Maria watched, arms crossed, a small smile on her face. The statue towered above, but it was the real moment below that held her.
She's only been practicing that for like a year. Nailed it.
When Sophia finished, a few alien tourists clapped with awkward clicking sounds. Maria knelt and helped her pack up the keyboard.
Good job, Misha. Let's get a picture before we go. It's not every day your mom becomes a statue.
As the twin suns sank, the statue of Maria Torres blazed against the darkening sky, a bronze runner, frozen in an eternal stride. In her outstretched hand, the Cliff Bar had been worn smooth by thousands of alien palms, each touch a silent tribute. A small alien child pulled at a parent's robe, pointing upward with a clicking question. The parent read the plaque aloud, just the name, the time, and a single line. She ran so her children could play. The child's large eyes blinked slowly. Then they placed a tiny claw over the smooth bronze of the Cliff Bar. Thousands of light years away, Maria Torres was already lacing up for a Saturday morning run. The same teal shirt, the same steady pace. She had a grocery list in her pocket and a soccer game to attend after. The record was just something she'd done for fun. She turned up the volume on Sophia's piano piece and settled into a rhythm that had humbled an empire. And on the alien world, the statue stood, mid-stride, a monument not to a champion, but to a mother who refused to see herself as anything more. The galaxy would remember the time, but only her children would remember why she ran, and that was enough.